For all of our folks that are here today, Charlie's family's here as well. All right, so this legendary location's had a lot of fantastic entertainment out here, and the very first musician to play on the Dead Dog stage in Murrells Inlet was Mike McCoy, who plays here to this day with the Grocery Store Gentlemen. It also features Nick Andalora, Daniel Evans, and Charles Freeman. Mike can't be here today, but he wanted me to read a note that he sent to Charlie. When the Dead Dog Saloon first started, I lived right across the street. I opened for the Mullets and was the first musician to play there. Those were such fun times, and Charlie, Bev, and John Campbell were as good a people as that I've ever known. Now, all these years later, I'm still taking the stage. So I can't say enough of how much of a privilege it has been to play at all three of the Dead Dog locations. Still my favorite place to play on the Grand Strand. Thanks for all the fun memories, and love to you all, signed Mike McCoy. So Mike McCoy was the first person to play on stage, but it was literally only by minutes because the first band to ever play on this stage was the Mullets here at the Dead Dog Saloon, and of course, they are here as well. It's one of the most popular bands to ever play along the Grand Strand and still hugely popular today. The Mullets were the inaugural inductees to the Dead Dog Saloon Hall of Fame in 2015, and they still play at the Dead Dog several times a year. Although sadly we lost Jack Willits in 2016, we have members of the Mullets here today who would like to say a few words. Please welcome Bob O'Connor, Terry Amaker, and Tom Smith.
Well, thanks, Ed. We played the grand opening here at the Dead Dog on, was it May 8th? May 9th, 2002. I was looking at the old calendars the other day. We've played over 300 gigs here over the last 24 years. We played our 30th anniversary here. We played our 40th anniversary here. We were inducted by Charlie into the Dead Dog Hall of Fame right here on this stage. And the thing I have to say about this place, actually, I really loved it when it was anchovies. I said, I don't know, they're going to ruin this place. But it turned out pretty well. Every time I would look on the calendar to see what the next gig was, whenever it was the Dead Dog, I would say, well, that's good. Going to be no problems there. And Charlie, that started with you, and Bev, and Uncle Mike, and John, and all the way down to the busboys. We always felt welcome here, and we always knew that things were going to be fine because it was just a well-run operation. And Charlie, that's all on you. You did a great job. We appreciate it. Terry, do you have anything to say?
Yeah. I'll say something. Hey, this is right here. Bob's our spokesperson, so I don't usually say much. I just want to say, Charlie, to you personally, you made a difference, a huge difference in our success and our longevity. I really do think so. I just want to tell you I appreciate it. And we love you, man.
Another big round of applause for the Mullets legends themselves. We appreciate you guys being here today. So there are a number of other bands who have been equally enduring playing here at the Dead Dog Saloon in that first year. Everybody knows the Paul Grimshaw Band, right? They too were inducted to the Dead Dog Hall of Fame and have been an extremely popular mainstay of Dead Dog Saloon live entertainment program since the very, very beginning, being the Wednesday night band at the Dead Dog for as long as any of us can remember. They've been killing it here at the Dead Dog every Wednesday night for God knows how long. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the Paul Grimshaw Band.
I think it's been 37 years that we've been doing Wednesdays here. Does that sound right? Is this a time where the band plays a song or two? It is. Well, we'll get the band up here while they're doing their thing. As Ed alluded to, we go way back. I go way back with Charlie. In fact, I go back so far, I go back to before Charlie ever had a restaurant. And people have always often asked me about my long friendship with Charlie Campbell and later the entire Campbell family. And I thought now might as be a good time as any to share a brief and fascinating story. Charlie and I go back almost 30 years. We met when he was renovating what would become his very first restaurant in Myrtle Beach before it was ever even open. 26th Avenue, right? I introduced myself. I said, hi, I'm Paul Grimshaw. And he said, that'd be a good name for a band. And I didn't have a band, but okay, all right, Charlie said so. And he stuck out his hand and he said, I'm Charlie Campbell, and we formally met. But I noticed something was wrong, and I said, Charlie, forgive me for saying so, but you look a little down. Is something bothering you? And he said, well, truthfully, my dog just died. And I said, that'd be a good name for a restaurant. And so the very first My Dog Just Died restaurant was opened. It was later shortened into something better, and the rest, they say, is history. Charlie Campbell, you know, is tough as nails, and I've come across a few truths over the years, almost 30 years of friendship, and here they are briefly. Charlie Campbell uses pepper spray to season his meat. I don't know if you knew about that or not. Charlie Campbell keeps a personal diary. It's called the Guinness Book of World Records. When the tooth fairy comes to your house, she takes your tooth and gives you money. When Charlie Campbell comes to your house, he breaks your tooth and takes your money. When the boogeyman goes to sleep every night, he checks his closet for Charlie Campbell. That's how that works. I don't know if you knew this or not, but the flu gets a Charlie Campbell shot every year. Okay. Charlie Campbell, he makes onions cry. At McDonald's, he once made a Happy Meal cry. There's never been a hurricane named Charlie Campbell because it would have destroyed everything. Charlie is as old as dirt. You probably know that. In fact, the dinosaurs looked at Charlie Campbell the wrong way once, and you know what happened to them. Once a cottonmouth bit Charlie Campbell's leg, and after 5 days of excruciating pain, the cottonmouth died. These are good, aren't they? I borrowed them from somebody else, but that's all right. How many push-ups can Charlie Campbell do? Anybody?
1.
All of them. He can do all of them. Charlie Campbell once visited the Virgin Islands. They're now just called the Islands. And finally, and I'm sure you're delighted to hear that, Superman wears Charlie Campbell PJs to bed. Thank you very much.
Charlie. Yeah,
Charlie will be singing with the band later, too. That's something you don't want to miss.
And Charlie, let me say now, the first band to play here was the Mullets. Second band was my band, the Lubricators. And I remember you rescuing me from the over the rail the other. You know, I drank a little too much with you. It was your fault. You were giving me the shots.
Oh yeah, one of Charlie's favorite moves was when you were here all the time. You were here every night in the early days. We would play a set, we'd take a break, I'd go up, and Charlie and I would be shooting the breeze about something, politics or whatever it was we were talking about. And finally, Charlie would look at his watch and say, hey, I heard there was live music here. It was your fault, but you'd yell at me for taking long breaks.
You're right, Paul. We used to carry our gear through the kitchen. Any bands remember carrying the gear through the kitchen here? Well, one day I told Charlie, I said, damn, I get paid to play. I says, I play for free. I get paid to carry my gear. He goes, really? Call the bus boys. Come on out here, guys. So we'd play for free.
Good thing we're not professional comedians because
we suck.
Yeah, we suck. We've got a new guest. Jeff Gates, have you ever met Charlie Campbell? I don't think you have. He's a newbie. He's a newbie to town.
Hey, Charlie.
Newbie to the Paul Grimshaw band. He plays all over town.
6 years newbie, but I guess that's compared to you.
That's new.
Yep.
That's new. So,
It's not mine.
could we get some of this guitar in this monitor?
I can hear it in this
And
one.
maybe less in that one.
Yeah,
All right.
it's definitely less than this one.
going to do this one for you, Charlie.
Hey, Mike.
It's called How Sweet It Is.
Why?
How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you.
I needed the shelter of someone's arms. Oh, and there you were. I needed someone to understand my ups and downs. Yeah, and there you were. Sweet love and devotion, deeply touching my emotions. I wanna stop. Thank you, baby. I wanna stop. Thank you, baby.
How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you.
I close my eyes at night, wondering where I'd be without you in my life. Everything I did was such a bore. Everywhere I went seemed I'd been there before. But you brightened up for me all of my days. Love so sweet in so many ways. I wanna stop. Thank you, baby. I wanna stop. Thank you, baby. Oh,
How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you.
come on, man. Better than me, than I was for myself. For me, there's you, and there ain't nobody else. I wanna stop. Thank you, baby. I wanna stop. Thank you, baby. Oh, how sweet it is to be loved by you. It's like jelly, baby. How sweet it is to be loved by you. It's like honey to the bees. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Thank you very much.
Jeff.
We're gonna do one more and then clear the stage and make room for other folks that want to talk and say a few words. Mark was telling me you sang Maggie. Where's Maggie? Uh-oh. Is she AWOL? Maybe we better save it. We're gonna save that one.
Yeah, I think
In fact,
so.
we're gonna take our leave of the stage and get the program moving forward here. We'll be back with some more music later. We've got other folks gonna play with us. Oh, Bill says one more. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do that Bruce Springsteen song. It's your love of Bruce Springsteen is legendary. So we don't have a lot of Springsteen songs, but we're gonna do one.
Ah, yes, Loose Bed Springs.
I think we'll do. I think maybe we'll do Fire, not I'm on
Yeah,
Fire.
that's a good one.
The other Fire.
Tell you what, this kid's got the best hair in the place. Am I wrong or what?
It's all relative, Mark.
It's easier to do when you're like 3 years old.
He changes his mind.
I'm driving in my car. I turn on the radio. I'm pulling you close, but you just say no. You say you don't like it, but you know you're a liar. 'Cause when we kiss, fire, fire. Late at night, I'm taking you home. I say I wanna stay. You say you wanna be alone. You say you don't love me, but you can't hide your desire. 'Cause when we kiss, fire, fire. You got a hold on me right from the start. It's so tight I couldn't tear it apart. Nerves all jumping, I'm acting like a fool. When your kisses are burn, but your heart stays cool. Charlie, you know who you and Bev remind me of? Every time I see you two together. Romeo and Juliet, Samson and Delilah. You can bet their loving couldn't deny. Words say split, but your words ain't lie. 'Cause when we kiss, fire, kisses burning like a fire. Got me out of control, down to my soul. Thank you very much. It's Greg Dalton on the guitar, Mark Siri on the bass, Jeff Sanson on the drums, Jeff Gates on the saxophone. We'll be back with some more a little bit later. Thank you.
Oh, somebody forgot their set list.
That must be Highway 17 was here last night.
Hey, let's hear it once again for the Paul Grimshaw Band. When you think of entertainment along the Grand Strand, we really do have the all-stars here today, right? They're all phenomenal. And the next one up, of course, is the Bill Krauss Show. He is an inaugural inductee to the Dead Dog Saloon Hall of, easy for me to say, right? I do this on TV all the time. To the Dead Dog Saloon Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2015. He's been playing at the Dead Dog for almost as long as Mike McCoy, the Mullets, and the Paul Grimshaw Band. 24 years. For the first 18 years, he was Mr. Tuesday Night on the Dead Dog Saloon stage and has been Mr. Monday and Thursday at the Inlet Beer Garden since its inception in 2007. Please welcome to the stage, Bill Krauss.
At the moment, I'm just going to have a chance to speak. This event here is not a goodbye, it's a thank you. And I was doing the gig in Pawleys Island and just finished my gig there. And I got a notice from some of the waitresses that the phone was rung behind the bar. Now, back in those days, we were hardline. There was no cell phones in those days. This is way back when. And so I was told that from Christine Fago, she said, there's this guy that owns the Dead Dog Saloon. He wants you to try to play here. Can you come over here tonight? And I'm like, well, where is the Dead Dog Saloon? He goes, well, it used to be Anchovies. Oh, I know where Anchovies is. Great. So I show up, I do my gig. Long story short, I played for about an hour. Charlie and I, we went to the back of the room, and he opened his calendar. I had mine, and here I am 24 years later. So, this is an opportunity for me to brag. It's okay for me to brag? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at the New Year's Eve act of the Dead Dog Saloon in 2004. Well, I deserve more than that. Come on. It was either me or karaoke. Things were quiet then. The restaurant was over here. We had the swing. We had the oak tree. Most of the places in town just kind of like rolled up the sidewalks and closed pretty early most nights. It was a sleepy town. There weren't many places that actually had a place that was outdoors and covered. So it wasn't until everything changed, you made things change, to look where we are right now. I mean, this place is an engine. This is wonderful. So anyway, all I can say, I had a whole thing planned, but I can't read off of a sheet like Ed can. Ed, you're excellent. And my wife wishes she could be here too, by the way. She loves you guys. She loves you. And I know you love her. And I love my wife. And I'll just say that one of the things I love about my wife is she's part Cherokee Indian. And every time we make love, it rains. So, sorry about Monday night. And Ed, that was on me, not you. Okay, you're welcome. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to let you know about some of the generational reach that's been achieved here at the Dead Dog Saloon. Excuse me. Unrehearsed. The generational reach, over the years, I've always had a family-friendly show. And I've, over the years, squirted a lot of kids on my stage in the summer heat. And one of the neat things, Charlie, Bev, family, that to this, I used to squirt those kids, but now I'm squirting the kids of those kids on the stage here. And that's amazing. The other thing I'd like to say about a contemporary act at the time, back in those early days, there was an act known as Charlie Brewer and Billy D. And they played here for many, many years. We lost Charlie in 2020. We lost Billy D in 2024. But what I'd like to do is introduce to you right now Erin Brewer. She's the daughter of Charlie Brewer. She's the only female, I'm sad to say, in our program today. But anyway, I'd be very honored, and Charlie up there would be very, very honored if you would give her a big round of applause and welcome. Come on, y'all.
Hello. Gosh, I don't really have anything prepared. I'm sure you guys remember my dad, Charlie Brewer. He played here in the early 2000s with Billy D. Billy's son, Mac, couldn't be here today. I don't know. My first single, actually, was the Dead Dog Saloon jingle. I was a little tiny thing. I don't know if you remember that. Get in the mood, fresh seafood, steaks, burgers, and dogs. Hot dogs, that is. That's me. I'm hot dogs, that is. do something a little different. This is a song by an artist called Yule. It's called Don't Be So Hard on Your Own Beauty.
The sullen look on your face tells me you see something more pure in me than mistakes. When I'm with you, I no longer have tainted flesh where violation tore my dress before it took me away. I could not see past this horizon. Thorny vines and piercing through the only thing that's still okay. You let me cry and wipe my eyes, make me feel something other than desolated. Nothing. I am desperate in a nightmare where I'm trying to find you in a maze. No staircase, I'm stuck and breathless in the back room of a spinning hall to see. I crawl and trip down, fall again. You pick up all my guts spilling out through the bloody. I look into your eyes and see orange like bandits on this horrible place. Into orange like sunset inside you. Tell me not to be so hard on my own beauty. You sit, hold me even though I'm made of fire, burning through you. Held me gently, but these thorny vines are piercing through the only thing that's still okay. You let me cry and wipe my eyes and make me feel something other than desolated. Nothing. I am desperate in a nightmare where I'm trying to find you in the maze. No staircase, I'm stuck and breathless in the back room of a spinning hall dizzy. I crawl and trip down, fall again. You pick up all my guts spilling out through the bloody. Unconsciously I feel you shake me awake in a bad dream twice.
Thank you. This one's probably going to be a little bit more familiar. This is one I used to do with my dad when we used to play together.
All the land at the end of the evening, and the bright lights are faded to blue. I was thinking about a woman who might have loved me, but I never knew.
All right, I can do one more. One more. I'll do one of my mama's favorite songs. She's right there. Everybody say hi. I don't practice Santeria. I ain't got no crystal ball. Well, I had $1,000,000, but I spent it all. If I could find that lighter and that Sancho that she's found, well, I'd pop a cap in Sancho and I'd slap her down. I really wanna know, oh, baby, oh, I really wanna say I can't define. Well, it's love that I need. Oh, my soul has to wait till I get back and find a heart of my own. Daddy's gonna love what you know. Well, I feel the break, feel the break, feel the break, and I gotta live it up. Oh, yeah, I swear every lie. I really wanna know, oh, baby, oh, I really wanna say I can't got love, make it go. Oh, my soul has to wait. Well, I swear every lie. I really wanna know, oh, baby, oh, I really wanna say I can't. It's love that I need. Oh, my soul has to
Make some noise, Aaron Brewer. Come on. We love you, Charlie Brewer. We love you, Billy D. Give us a minute. We're gonna just make a changeover and introduce to you Mr. John Campbell, who will then be introducing Mr. Mike Campbell. All right, we're gonna introduce a little bit of nostalgia and silliness. Please welcome John Campbell, everybody. Charlie's son and a GM for a goodly 10 years, wasn't it? We got a microphone on here for you?
Hey everybody, I can't believe Bill Krauss talked me into what we're about to do right now. So I'm just gonna say, I love him, love all you guys, this is amazing, and let's do some slobber bone.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go back in time. Let's go back in time with the early days of the very first Dead Dog Saloon website. If you were to visit that wonderful site, you would go to it, and anything that you looked at on that site, you would hear this in the background again and again and again. Ladies and gentlemen, don't think I'm holding back on this one, but we're gonna do the first two, and you guys, if you do a one, okay, we will stop what we're doing to you. Okay? Otherwise, we'll do this for the next 3 hours.
I love it.
Give me a little body English. Body English. Give me back my dog. 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 Next verse. Give me back my dog. Give me back my dog. Give me back my dog. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not singing this song with us right now, we're gonna do this for the next 3 hours with an attitude. Here we go. Give me back my dog. 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 Everybody. Give me back my dog. 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 All right, you're off the hook, everybody. Make some noise here for John Campbell as he tells us more about the early days. Come on, make some noise.
Well, that was fun. Thank you, Bill. Before I go off my cheat sheet, I just want to say that my brother Lane Campbell can't be here today, and if he knew that Slobberbone just got sang on stage at the Dead Dog, he would have really liked that. So just a shout out to Lane. So Bill asked me to talk about the early days of Dead Dog, and I think that I'm well qualified to do that. Going back to the 26 Ave days, we moved here, my family, in about 2000 from Chicago, and my dad, I think, thought he was going to get into the golf and beach life and just kind of relax and retire. And if you know my dad, that is not his style. He needed something to do. He's a little bit of a social kind of guy, and I know he can't just sit idly by. So I remember, Dad, you telling me that the best way to meet everyone in town is to open up the bar. And he loves nothing more than going out grocery shopping and running into friendly faces and seeing everybody. And that's what he wanted to do. And if I know my dad, he goes after what he wants. So he opened the best bar in town up in 26th Avenue North, and the foundation of what made that place so special was family and community. And that's going to be the theme of what I'm talking about today, because that is really what made Dead Dog so special. You know, it was Dad behind the bar on Thursdays. My mom worked in the office doing the books. My sister Annie waiting tables, and then me back in the kitchen slinging burgers, and we did that for a long time. I even lived upstairs in the old apartment, which was an interesting lifestyle when your friends, family, and job, and the bar you don't have to pay for drinks at, it's all in one building. I wouldn't leave for months at a time. Even Mike was working. Where's Mike Campbell? Worked at the hotel down the street and had a lot of experience in that business and helped us out a lot. And I cherish those days at the 26th Avenue North store. It was no bigger than this center deck right here. The place was like Cheers. Everyone knew everyone. Where's Paul Grimshaw? I'll never forget. Bachelorette party night. They put Elvis glasses on your face. And I remember watching him just kill it. And I was like, that's a rock star. I've known Paul for 20 plus years. The Mullets on the outdoor deck. are memories that my family and I will cherish forever. But that was short-lived, and I think my dad's big vision, and I know we're all here to thank the family, and this isn't an end, but I know I'm here to thank him, because his bigger vision was something to provide a legacy for the family and to leave to his children. And as much as I cherished 26th Avenue North, 40-some seats wasn't going to do that. And he got a big opportunity down here. The owner of that Dead Dog had Anchovies, which is a place that I also cherish. And if I could share a quick memory and a story about my brother who passed, who I mentioned, my brother Chris and my dad were sitting at Anchovies back in like the late 90s. This is before we even had the 26th Avenue North store. We were sitting right over there on a deck that was fractions of the size of the deck that we're sitting on now. And we were just having drinks, and I think Mike Campbell was a bartender at Anchovies, for those of you that don't know. And I was getting the Clams Casino, like 3 orders at a time. And Lane and Chris and my dad were just talking about looking at this view and what an amazing thing it would be for our family to have a place like this and to transform it into what you see now, a live music venue where people could gather and bring community and experience to a place that is now what we all know as Merle's Inlet. And like I said with my dad, when he wants something, he goes after it. And so we're up at 26th Avenue North, and that place, didn't do a ton of business, but the opportunity that he had to open up here came, and he went for it. He transformed that place, and I heard a couple of comments from Bob and some other people about Bill. I loved Anchovies, but it would almost be unrecognizable to what my dad created here. Building this deck with a bar that faced the water, something that I can't believe other restaurant owners with much more experience didn't do, really set the tone for what Dead Dog Saloon wound up becoming. The food, the view, the music, but community and family. And those are the foundations that I think built where we are now. And I forgot to bring my drink up here, but I just want to raise a glass to my dad, if you guys could. Thank you, Dad, for being a man of your word and building what you said and doing what you said you would do. For us, for the family, for the kids, it means everything to me. So, cheers. I love you. You're going to hear more from me later on today about our hardest times, but we'll get to that later. I'm sure y'all know what I'm referring to, but this is all about community and family, so I just want to, from the deepest part of my heart, thank you guys and thank Bill for putting this together and the entertainers and everyone that's here today to pay homage to the Dead Dog and its legacy. To talk about another aspect of what was important to my dad, and that was giving back to the community, I want to bring up Mike Campbell, my uncle, who I love dearly. And Mike is going to talk about our benefits and the 9/11 program that my dad created right after that terrible tragedy. And with no further ado, Mike.
Here? Thank you. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mike Campbell, Charlie's older brother, as he would refer to me as. I want to talk about community like John just mentioned, how this community was brought together by this terrific place, but dating back to the days of the 9/11 and the 9/11 benefit I'm going to speak about, which a lot of these folks here participated in. John, we had a lot of fun trying to auction off all the items here to raise money that our community volunteered and our vendors helped us with to raise money from the community. It was about the community. It was about remembering. And I know it was big in Charlie's heart to remember that day. And since then, we've kept the tradition going. I know that we don't have it here, but we moved it over to the golf club where we run our local heroes tournament every September for now 15 years. So we have raised from the beginning till coming up to this September nearly $1 million for community first responders, the sheriff's department, our firefighters, our ambulance crews, our thank you, Rolling Thunder, they're back there, I just saw them. And Rolling Thunder, who helps our wounded warriors. Really good stuff. A lot of programs out there that these guys are involved in. Ed was here from the beginning, Cecil was here, Bill was here, running the MCs in the house here, but the tournament is really taking off, and hope to see you guys out there in September. Charlie, it's been a great ride, man. I joined Charlie and the crew here in 2007, so almost 2 decades ago, and we never turned back, and just said, here we go. But thank you everybody for coming here today to support the Campbell family and having a good time and remember the days, and I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot, you guys. I would like to bring up a very special friend right over here who certainly played a big part in our 9/11 benefits, and that's our Sheriff Carter Weaver. Let's give it up for him. He'd like to say a few words.
How are y'all today? What a beautiful day it is here in Murrells Inlet in Georgetown County. Welcome, Charlie. I wasn't going to share this story, but we talked about it earlier. I first met Charlie in 2002 because me being a government employee, I wanted to make sure Murrells Inlet wasn't going to get out of hand, and we had this new bar called Dead Dog that moved into the inlet, and they were playing live music too many nights a week, and it was causing people some discomfort. So me being the government employee, I would send deputies up here to kind of tell him how things worked here in the county. Well, I got a 2-page letter, and I'll never forget, I opened that thing up. Yeah, we wrote letters back then, folks, in 2002. And I opened, it was about 11 a.m., and I'm at the office, and I opened up this letter, and I read it. I can tell you, I can decipher what it said, but I can't, for children's sake, I can't tell you what it really said. But it basically said, I appreciate your efforts to assist me, but maybe you need to relax, have a cold beer, and listen to some live music every now and then. So I folded that letter up, and again, it was about 11 or 12 o'clock, and I drove my happy self to Murrells Inlet. I'm born and raised here. So Murrells Inlet, as Bill Krauss said, was very sleepy in 2002. Charlie Campbell rolled in. We got great music. We've got people showing up. You know, the Marsh Walk used to be driftwood. There was one dockside, had one little porch on the back of their restaurant, and that is where they stored the extra chairs on the creek side. Marsh Walk wasn't here. Things weren't happening. So I drove over here. I met Charlie in 2002, and we've been friends ever since. He never had any more assistance from the government after that day. But there is so much that goes into this environment, so much. We want it peaceful. We want people to make money. We want people to feel comfortable that they always return. And that takes a lot of work. And Charlie has always been the guy that never, ever put profit over people. We've had a lot of meetings. We've had a lot of discussions favorable about how can we safely serve the people who want to enjoy this, what Murrells Inlet has to offer. And he has been the driving force behind creating what you see here today in all of Murrells Inlet. So thank you very much for that. Thank you. As Mike said, they've raised $1 million in their local heroes golf tournament. that's unsurpassed by anybody. He came to us. We did not come to him. He said, I hear that y'all are taking children shopping at Christmas time. And we do. We take 40 children every December that would never have Santa Claus at their house. And we take them to Walmart, we take them shopping. The Campbell family got with us, and they fund 100% of that program, and they have for almost 20 years. Thank you very much. We love you. We're going to miss you. And just thank you for everything that you've done for this community. Thank you very much.
I'd like to just give a word to Sheriff Weaver. Sheriff Weaver, I know you've been watching me. I know I got a history of criminality. I know that you're well aware that I'm a bit of a pickpocket. I'm a bit of a kleptomaniac. And I'd just like to formally announce that I'm going to mend my ways. So, Sheriff, I want to give you back your handcuffs and your watch, all right? Your underwear somewhere around here. Those of you who know me well enough know I did that delayed grip too. Anyway, once again, Sheriff Weaver, come on. I'm gonna just get tuned up here, and as I'm doing so, I want to give a shout out to some of the people in the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Miracle Max and Mrs. Max in the house. Come on, make some noise. Miracle Max and the Pet Monsters are among us today. Daniel Evans is over here. Make some noise. Oh, look at him turning red. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play a song for you. I'm going to tune up right quick. I'm going to do one song for you, and then we're going to be bringing up Mr. Jack Campbell, who's going to sing a song with me first, and then we'll go after that, okay? Let me tune up in a moment. You know, John, you made mention of the TV show Cheers when you got up here, and that's what the Dead Dog Saloon is for so many people. It's a South Carolina version of it. It's not Boston, but I sure love South Carolina. Make some noise if you live in South Carolina. Make some noise if you didn't 20 years ago. You guys have moved. Hey, Shirsty is here. There's my longtime friend Shirsty. Good to see you. So anyway, I'm going to do a song. I'm going to do the Cheers song. Then we're going to have Jack sing a song. This is the Cheers theme song. And you know how the song goes, everybody? What happens when Norm walks into the bar? So what I want you to do, on the count of three, I want you to say, Charlie. 1, 2, 3. Charlie. So now, whenever you hear me say, where everybody knows your name, you go, Charlie. Anytime you hear it, that's your job. You guys with me? Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Won't you like to get away? Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. Waking you up, people. All of those nights when you had no lights, the check is in the mail, and then your little angel on the cat up by his tail. Your third fiance didn't show. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name, and awesome. This is my favorite verse of them all. Get out of bed, Mr. Coffee's dead. The morning's looking bright. Your shrink ran off to Europe and didn't even ride. Your husband wants to be a girl. Big life, there's one place in the world where everybody knows your name. And they're always glad you came. Nah, 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 you wanna go where people know the people are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name. You wanna go where people know the troubles are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name. Nice job, everyone. Nice job. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, our next performer, his name is Jack Campbell, Charlie's grandson. He's going to come to the stage now. And Cole, we're going to set him up right now with this microphone over here. I actually sang this song with Cole back when he was like this tall, and now he is that tall. And well, John, I told you not to feed him. Look at him. Oh, he needs a stand. Okay, then can I use that mic? I'll use this mic. Actually, I'm not even singing. When I played this song with Jack a long time ago, now we're best buds. Thank you, Bill. Love you, Jack. Imagine I think he deserves more noise than that, frankly. All right. You know, I had the funniest moment. Jack actually performed on this stage a month ago. And it was like surreal because, you know, we've been friends for a long time. And so I haven't seen him in a long time. I thoroughly enjoyed the hour performance he put on the stage. When it all came to an end, he got off the stage and he saw me over there. And he kind of pushed you aside and worked right straight to the channel. And he goes, "So, Bill Krauss, the tables have turned." And all I can say to you is they were always meant to turn. All right, so now we're going to set up Jack. He's going to be going up next unless we have, do we have English Glover anywhere in the vicinity? And we're going to reschedule him. So give us a moment. We're going to get Jack set up here, and you're going to enjoy the two songs he's going to play for. I'm told one's an original and one is a cover, and you're going to love it. Be right with you, folks.
Check, 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 check. Check, check. This instrument I'm playing right here belongs at one point to Lane Campbell, my dad's brother. And my grandfather, or Papa, Charlie Campbell, he gave this to me, and it's just such an honor to me that I'm playing this beautiful instrument for you guys today on a song that I heard is one of Papa's favorites. So this one's for you, Papa. I'd like to rest my heavy head tonight on bed. California stars that look to lay now. Thanks everybody for coming here. Thank you, Bill Krauss, for inviting me to do this. Very nice of y'all. Alright. This next one's an original. I played it at the other gig for anyone who was there. It's called Kite.
Oh, the tables have turned. Ladies and gentlemen, little did he know that this was a paying gig. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack, you got this on video? For those of you out there in video land, this was Jack's first paying gig. Ladies and gentlemen, feel free to go ooh and or ah. But ladies and gentlemen, he's now the recipient of $100. However, there are taxes, and there goes $40. Then there's the agent, and there goes another $40. So enjoy your 20. That's the entertainment business, everybody. Make some noise. Jack's here. Okay, we're going to escort the queen of House Gregory. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Beth Gregory. Come on.
Thank you. We've been honoring Charlie all day, but there's somebody else that needs to be honored as well. Miss Beverly. It's Princess Beverly Day. She has been with him during the good, the bad, and the ugly. So come up here, Miss Princess.
I'm a little shorter than everyone else, so I'm going to have to put the mic down a bit. I truly, truly appreciate everyone that is here today. These are the emotions that I'm feeling today that I've been holding back, and I'm just hoping that they don't come pouring out into this microphone. Y'all have been family to each and every one of us in your own way. I hope that you all feel like that is true for you as well. Our staff, all of our patrons, and certainly my family, Charlie, John, Annie, Jason, Jenna, who couldn't be here, all the grandkids, Jack, is he amazing? Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all being here today. I appreciate you. You have no idea.
Okay, I get to introduce another musician, everybody. Ronnie O'Brien is the most amazing and talented, incredible, goofiest looking people you're likely ever to meet. Oh, I'm sorry, this is upside down. Sorry. Ronnie O'Brien is one of the hardest working musicians in our area. In addition to his solo performances, you will find him in such bands as Act 2, Chasing Revelry, The Sidewalk Saints, Gray Sky Revival, and sometimes Earth, Wind, and Fire from time to time. He's also an inductee for the Dead Dog Saloon Hall of Fame. Please welcome Ronnie O'Brien, everyone.
The first time I saw Ronnie O'Brien, he was with his band Echo 7, which is a band not mentioned in Bill's bio. A national act. Who'd you tour with? Toured with Three Doors Down, national tours. Big band back in the late 90s. So good. So I just wanted to add that to it while we're tuning and plugging in.
Check. Hey, Dead Dog Saloon, what's going on? I've never walked up to a mic that was actually one that I had to lift up a little bit. It's amazing. I love it when somebody before me makes me feel taller. It's always a good thing. So right now I have my guitar over there in that wedge and my vocals in this wedge. So if we can transfer that guitar over to the middle. There it is. All right, bring it down just a hair. Down a little bit. There you go. Maybe, yeah. Down a little bit more. All right, give me a little more vocal in that. Sexy, hey, yeah. All right, cool, man. It's good to be here. Man, it's a nice day for this. I'm glad we had the good weather, and we're out here saying thank you to Charlie and the family. It's beautiful that you guys had me today. I appreciate that. So I was first time ever on the stage here with my friend Dave in a little acoustic duo called Act Two, and I talked to Annie today, and I said, you know, you and John are the reason I'm here. And Annie didn't remember, and I said, well, you saw me and Dave, and you said, I got to talk to my dad. And then it was just a few days later that Charlie called me, and I was thinking, how did he get my number? I was like, oh, Annie and John. So I appreciate Annie and John for making me a part of this for the past 22 years. It's time flies when you're having fun. Yeah. So we had the unfortunate fire years ago, and I saw the video. When I woke up the next day, Charlie or someone had posted it on social media or whatnot, and it was kind of like watching your home burn down, you know. And so me and Dave had written some music, and it just kind of hurt my heart, and I did a little video montage thing from the years of the Dead Dog that I've been here and Dave's been here, and we put a song to it that maybe you guys have seen at some of the different events here that Charlie likes to show and everything. And so I'm just gonna play that one because I feel like this song was kind of it kind of wraps up everybody's feeling at that time, and it will probably be consistent with today as well. It kind of crossed over to a new time here. So it's called Blink of an Eye. nice to play that for you one more time. So, man, I'm just going to say a couple words. I'm going to do one more song, but I've just called this place home for so long, and I told you the story about Annie and John, and then the fire and the song. But to buy a bar here or a restaurant here is hard enough, but to make it like the premier music venue on the Grand Strand and make a bar and a restaurant work and make it all the things, great food, great service, great live music. I mean, this is not an easy thing, and like there was a vision, like John said earlier, and Charlie made that vision come true, and it's absolutely amazing. Please give it up for this man right here, real quick, man. Him and his family, the Campbell family, everybody, you know, and from the staff, and Charlie and John and Annie and everybody that I've loved and known throughout the years, man, it's been a hell of a ride, and I appreciate being part of it. I would have never thought that I'd be standing here today doing this, to tell you the truth, but it's kind of nice. So my family, my kids grew up here from babies and little babies, and I've got a picture of my son Zach when he was like 4, and he had a Guitar Hero guitar, and he was playing his Guitar Hero guitar on stage with me that night, and just kind of like going through the motions and being a rock star. And he had a little mohawk and stuff, and so like the whole family's grown up here, and been such a part of such an important part of our life. So I've had my best friends play with me on this stage, and today I'm going to have my wife come up here and sing with me on this stage. So please welcome Miss Tanya O'Brien up here with me today. You want to do it with me? You want to sing? You're just gonna do the deal? Okay. So let's just share a mic with you. Miss Tanya O'Brien. That song's called Don't Know Why. Thank you so much. It's such an honor to be here. I appreciate you guys for having me today. I told Charlie, I said, Charlie is always the first person to give me a reason to get up early and day drink. So, that's how I would expect nothing less. I love you, Charlie. I love the family. Thank you guys so much. We love y'all. We'll see you. Big day today, everybody. Appreciate y'all being here.
Once again, everybody, Ronnie and Tanya. I'm not that age. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a nice warm welcome once again to John Campbell, who's going to tell us a little bit more about the history here at the Dead Dog Saloon. All right, John Campbell.
Let's give it up for Ronnie and Tanya one more time. I've never heard that duet in all those years. That was absolutely beautiful. That was great. So we've talked a lot about community and family and the visions and the successes. And it wouldn't be a Dead Dog full story if we didn't talk about our darkest day and our most challenging day. And that was in 2012 when we burned to the ground. And on February 21st, it was Fat Tuesday. I was managing. We were packed to the gills. True Soul was up on stage. I think they even played The Roof is on Fire that night, which is strange omen. But went home that night, and I got the phone call at about 4:15. And if you didn't know, at that point, it was Ash Wednesday, which is another very strange thing about it all. And it was a burglar alarm that I got the call for. And that happens all the time in the restaurant business. Broom falls back in the kitchen, sets off a motion detector or whatever. So I did what I'd usually do, and I grabbed my dog, and she comes with me, and I usually let her in the front door when the burglar alarm would go off, because hopefully Sadie would scare the burglar away or whatever. She wouldn't, but, that was what I thought. And so I got in my car, and I'm driving down thinking, burglar alarm. I had checked the security cameras, and they weren't working for some reason, but that wasn't out of the ordinary. And I come on down, and I got to Macklin, and that's when I saw it over the trees was the flames into the sky. And I knew right away that it was the kind of fire that you're not going to recover from. We watched the second story fall into the first floor, and the fire department was just getting there, and it was gut-wrenching. I was getting sick in the parking lot, and I knew what I had to do. I had to call my parents, and I had to call our insurance agent. And so I called Mom and Dad, and I'll never forget that moment. The reaction was gut-wrenching, and it was emotional, but the next phone call was to Matt D'Antoni, who I don't know if Matt's here today or not, but Matt's our insurance agent. And this is at 4:30 in the morning now, and I swear to God, we used to make a joke about Matt. He must have a Superman phone booth that he goes in, and he comes out looking like $1 million. Because Matt shows up, I swear to God, at 4:15 in a suit, his hair is done, and he is ready to go to work right away. There was no hesitation, and I'll never forget Matt coming up to my dad and myself and saying, don't worry, we got this. And he wasn't kidding. We were gut-wrenched, and we didn't really know what to do other than hug each other, and that's what we did. And the employees started getting word, and the sun was coming up, and we started gathering. I'll never forget our neighbors, Creek Rats, opened up their kitchens for us and served us all breakfast that day, and it was the beginning of an outpouring of community support. Later in that year, Mickey Calderiso at the Half Shell threw an amazing benefit for everybody and raised a ton of money. The restaurants up and down the Marsh Walk hired our people who didn't have a job anymore. And it was a really special time while we're all grieving. And, meanwhile, the sun is up, and all of a sudden we look over, and there's people just working on the rubble. We didn't call anybody. It just happened. And a few more hours passed, and my dad called a meeting that I'll never forget at his home with all of our employees who didn't know what the hell they were going to do anymore. And we all gathered back at his house around lunchtime that day, and there was a lot of tears and a lot of emotion, but like I mentioned earlier, my dad, when he has a vision and he wants to do something, he does it. And we made a promise to those employees to rebuild. And I'll be honest, it didn't seem like it was going to be feasible to rebuild anything like what we see here today. But we broke that meeting and came back to the Dead Dog. And those people that had shown up without being called had gotten into the rubble, and there were people in hard hats everywhere. And we're like, who the hell, where did these people come from? Who called them? And that was A&I Fire and Water Restoration, who just showed up. And they didn't ask any questions. They just started working. They immediately employed some of our staff who worked for them and with them, cleaning up the rubble and beginning the rebuild. And there is not enough time in my life to give thanks to the people that put that effort forward. There really isn't. My partners and I in the old building used to make jokes about what it would be like to not have a wall here, have the kitchen be bigger, and this, that, and the other. And what A&I was able to accomplish, rebuilding this restaurant in 83 days, was unbelievable. So much so that people thought that we had this whole damn thing planned. And I can tell you right now, we had just done a huge kitchen renovation right before the damn fire. It was devastating. But all those years of Peter and I saying, we wish this kitchen was like this and this kitchen was like that. I'll never forget Danny Isaacs and Chad and the guys coming together and doing what they did. And I don't know how the hell you guys got that through the county. But 83 days later, we had True Soul back up on this stage. The glue was still drying on the bar, but we were open in time for season. And it was an absolute miracle. So I want to bring up to the stage the CEO of A&I Fire and Water Restoration and just give him all the thanks I can, Todd Setzer.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Todd Setzer with A&I Fire and Water Restoration. Obviously happy to be here. I get the privilege to represent not only A&I, but Danny Isaac. And so I was just like 10 years old when the place burned, and so I'm happy to be of age to come here and get to enjoy a cocktail. It's not a lie, okay, but I'm happy to be here and represent and talk about Charlie Campbell and the Dead Dog. And so one of the things that's been covered a lot today, and it's a true testament of what this community is the relationships. And at A&I, we talk about that we're in the relationship business. We know people, we talk to people, and it helps us do what we do in their community. And so when Dead Dog burned, the Marshwalk community came together day one. I remember Billy Huggins was one of our first phone calls from Creek Rats. He came in and said, what can we do to support this family? What can we do to support the employees of this community? And they all came together. And so when I first walked in, my wife and I are here with Jim and from our office. We looked at the plaque that's in here, inside the bar here. In 83 days, we accomplished putting this place back together. But it wasn't just about A&I; it was a community event. You give a lot of credit to Georgetown County, to our municipalities, the permitting process. If you understand construction, what it takes to do something in 83 days, it's almost impossible. But this group came together because this was an important restaurant, an important part of what the Marshwalk represented. And so give the Campbell family credit for making sure their employees are taken care of. We were able to employ some of them during that process. Other restaurants picked up some of them. But at the end of the day, though, we built this place bigger and better. And that was Charlie's vision, to make sure you came back bigger, better, stronger. And we're just happy to be a small part of what we do day in and day out. And so for that, where you sit today, that's something that we got to touch 14 years ago. We hope it lasts much, much longer than that. But at the end of the day,
We're happy to be here. End of the day, we live in a great community, and community's been a big theme of today. Talk about where you live in Murrells Inlet, whether you live in Georgetown County, where you live in Horry County, we live in a great place. If you take a look around at where we live, we're so very, very fortunate to be here. And so for that, we're very, very thankful. We wish you obviously really well in your next chapter in your life. Wish your family well and appreciate what y'all do for us. But thank you for letting us be a part of this community. And so please take a picture of this plaque. That's a plaque that I put together 14 years ago that still stands in here today. And it has a burnt t-shirt in there, right? Burnt t-shirt, a little A&I, but 83 days. I remember Danny telling me, I don't think you and Danny knew each other prior to the fire. You guys got to meet each other. And I think as Danny tells the story, when you guys first met, Charlie says, I feel like you know a lot of people. And we do know a lot of people. We don't ask a lot of questions on how we accomplished it in 83 days. But at the end of the day that we did, we don't ask questions. We made it. At this point, I think we can't look back, right? And so for that, cheers to you. Thank you for letting us be a part of this. We cheers to your future. And we wish, obviously, the Dead Dog future success in what they do. So cheers. Thank you so much.
Hey, let's hear it for A&I once again. Phenomenal job. Does anybody here ever believe this would have been rebuilt in 83 days? That's incredible. By the way, in case you don't know, the entire family is sitting here right in front of us, the Murrells Inlet royalty. How about a big round of applause for all of Charlie's family here? Annie, good to see you. John, phenomenal. We appreciate you all so very much. And you know, a big part of the success of Dead Dog has been all the incredible entertainment that we've had over the years. And none bigger than some of the folks that are here right now. But there are some that have not been able to be here today. And I've got a couple of letters that I want to read to you thanking Charlie. And so, Charlie, by the way, we're hoping to get you another Yankee pennant before it's all said and done, right? All right? You and I have had many conversations about how, I almost said a bad word, how crappy they have been here for quite some time. But we'll see what happens on that. All right. How many of you know who Julio and the Saltines are? Phenomenal band. They do a great job and perform here as well. I've got a letter from Julio I'd like to read to you. Dear Charlie, we just want to take a moment in front of everyone here to say thank you. Thank you for taking a chance on us years ago. You gave us an opportunity when we were still building, still growing, and still trying to prove ourselves. Not everyone does that, but you did, and it made a difference. Thank you for having us play during COVID when the world was uncertain and musicians like us were honestly a little desperate and wondering what was next. Those shows meant more than just a paycheck. They gave us hope, they gave us purpose, and they gave us something to go for. And thank you for all the visibility you've given us, especially with the YouTube live streams. Because of that exposure, so many new people found our band and helped us grow into what we are today. Dead Dogs isn't just a venue to us, it's part of our story. And Charlie, you're part of our story as well. We are grateful for you, we appreciate you, and we don't take any of it for granted. So please join us in thanking Charlie for supporting live music, supporting local musicians, and for being such an important part of our journey. Signed Julio, Matt, Josh, Aaron, Luke, Michael of Julio and the Saltines. Let's hear it for them. Another great group, of course, is the Necessary Band. They were inducted into the Dead Dog Saloon Hall of Fame in 2016, and they played at the Dead Dog every third Thursday, all fall and winter, and a few times every summer from 2007 to 2012. Here's a message to the Dead Dog family from the leader of the band. For the Dead Dog crew, thanks for all the memories through many years, a couple locations, a few renovations, and to many good times that are too tough to count. You've always had a vision that supported local talent and included the local people. The Dead Dog always felt like family. Best wishes on all your future endeavors, Charlie. Mark Necessary. Now with us here today is the keyboard player for the Necessary Band, Mark Monty Montanero. Please welcome Monty.
And also Danny Evans, drummer for the Necessary Band.
Charlie, Dead Dog, and John, the whole Campbell family. Dead Dog has been so good to us over so many years. From 2007 to 2012, we did countless shows here. Always just the best time, and truly did feel like family whenever we got here. And we're just so grateful for what this place has meant to us as professionals, as patrons. I've probably spent more money at the bar than I ever made on stage. But this place has just been fabulous, and we've always just loved it here so much. So thanks.
Oh, by the way, Mark, who's this little guy right here?
This
he
is
has the
little
same
Leo.
shirt as you.
Yeah, you can tell who's mine. We got matching shirts.
Okay. You're gonna sing out of this mic, by the way.
All right. We're gonna do a little Black Crow song. We're gonna pick it up a little bit, get some energy going in here. Feel free. There's a little bit of a dancing area, so move your feet, shake what your mama gave you, have a good time, bob your head, have a little good time. Goes, mama, I'm sure I'd have now. Yeah. Actions speak louder than words, and my experience. I know you got enough of man, but I can love you better than him. Take my hand and don't regret on doing what I say. I'm advertising love will bring you to place your everything. All them things that down my chemicals, mama, I'm sure I'd hand it now. So hard to handle. Oh yeah. Come on. Chemicals, mama, I'm sure I'd have it now. Oh yeah, I'm so hard to handle. Oh yeah, blow that horn, man, come on. Mama, I'm sure I'd have it down. Oh, so hard to handle. Oh yeah, 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 Little Rolling Stones rock and roll.
Necessary band, everybody. Wow, that's fun. Man, you guys were playing in the early 2000s. Yeah, amazing. We're gonna do one more.
Hey.
Mark has something he wants to say to another grandchild.
Yeah.
This one's for Maggie.
Yeah, I remember 18 years ago, Annie used to walk in here with Beverly and had this little baby girl with her and asked me to sing this song. So, baby, you're 18 now. I'm going to sing it to you again.
quick, Charlie and family, thanks so much for having us over the last
Thank you.
26 years. My gosh. You know, I've told a few people this, that the Dead Dog Saloon does live music about 362 days a year out of 365. It's really amazing. And we thank you for it. You've done so much for live music on the
Yep.
Grand Strand. You're in the Marsh Walk. You're a music lover. You're a music fan. You're best buddies with Bruce Springsteen. I mean, come on.
And you're my hero.
We appreciate you having us. Thank you.
Someday I'm going to grow up and be just like you, Charlie.
So Bill Krauss, tell us what's happening, Bill Krauss.
All right, folks, I know everybody's having a great time, but we've got one more act for you. Last but certainly not least is our great friend Rick Phillips. He's a guitarist and keyboardist that played at the Dead Dog Saloon in 2007 and 8 during the winter. He's been the main entertainer for the American Riverboat Company's 5 riverboats for nearly 18 years and a single act in our area for 36 years. Please welcome to the stage Rick Phillips.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, I was here back in the day, and buddy of mine, we did a duo here a few nights for Charlie. Charlie was great to all of us, everyone. He always is. But I want to come and be part of this because I know they've done a lot for the community, this community I live in. And I want to do a song for you here by the boys, little Bama music, little Bama boys. You got Discover the Course right up the road. Their biggest hit. I hope you enjoy it. Good to see some of my friends too who come and see me at the Moose Lodge every week.
Rolling down the backwoods, Tennessee byway. One arm on the wheel, holding my lover with the other. A sweet, soft southern thrill. Worked hard all week, got a little jingle on a Tennessee Saturday night. Couldn't feel better. I'm together with my Dixieland delight. Spend my dollar, parking holler neath the mountain moonlight. Hold her up tight, make a little loving, a little church loving on Mason-Dixon night. It's my life. Oh, so right, my Dixieland delight.
White-tail buck deer, marching on clover, red-tailed hawk, sitting on the limb.
Chubby old groundhog, croaking bullfrog, as free as feeling in the wind. A homegrown country girl, gonna give me a whirl on a Tennessee Saturday night. Lucky as 7, living Spend my dollar, park in a holler neath the mountain moonlight. Hold her up tight, make a little loving, a little bit of loving on a Mason-Dixon night. Fits my life, oh so right, my Dixieland life. Rolling down the backwoods, Tennessee byway, one arm on the wheel, holding my lover with the other, a sweet, soft southern crib. Worked hard all week, got a little jingle on a Tennessee Saturday night. Couldn't feel better, I'm together with my Dixieland life.
And little Alabama, thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it, guys.
Oh yeah, come shop with discount furniture.
We're not doing that.
Make some noise for Rick, everybody. Give him a big cheer. Come on.
Thank you.
And now everybody's favorite weatherman is on the stage. By the way, I do want to highlight Mike Waters, who's a solo acoustic artist and lead singer and guitarist for Crashbox and Control Freak, who's actually has bowed out and given us some more time. But make sure you guys go to see Crashbox and Control Freak to cheer on Mike Waters. Okay, make some noise for Mike Waters. Come on. And now Ed Pietrowski.
All right, if you've had a good time out here today, let's have a big round of applause. The whole inlet hears you. Oh, you folks in the back have got to do better than that. You had a good time? There we go, even better. All right, next up, we have the most famous Santa Claus in the world, and we're not talking about the one at the North Pole. We're talking about the one from right here in Murrells Inlet. Everybody welcome Greg Calvert to the stage.
Charlie, it truly has been a wonderful life. I use the analogy to the movie because this reminds me so much of the Christmas movie, It's a Wonderful Life. And the overwhelming philosophy or message that everybody has been passed is how much Charlie has touched their lives, and as a result of that, how many lives people have touched as a result of Charlie's initial thing. And I'm the perfect example of the epitome of what I'm talking about. In 2017 and 2018, I played Santa at the Santa Claus here in Marshall. Never had any idea that I would want to be Santa Claus when I retired from my career. But I liked it. I liked it a lot. So I wanted to see, as I was retiring, if I could become a professional Santa Claus. And I reached out to John, Annie, Charlie, and I said to Mike, and I said, I'd like to be Santa Claus. Would you like to give me a shot? And I even said this. I said, look, I said, here's my rate, but if it doesn't work out, you don't have to pay me. Okay, I'll do it for free. And Charlie said, how can I say no? I got a no risk here where I can have Santa Claus have breakfast at the bedroom and lunch at the Claw House on weekends in December, and that's exactly how I got started. And if it wasn't for Charlie Campbell, Santa Greg of the Marshall would not be here today. Not at Santa Greg anyway. I think probably for some beach club on that too. From that humble beginning, so I'm walking around here between Dead Dog and Clawhouse, and Todd Pasco is just starting with High Terrace. Sees Santa Claus walking around, calls me over and says, I want to do a cruise with Santa Claus. Would you be interested? And Todd became my second professional hire. My first was right here. And so fast forward, next year we had COVID. I had gigs to other places. Marshall didn't do much of anything. But when the Marshall came back and did the Wonderland of Lights, thanks to my start here and meeting the Marshall marketing group that was running that, I got hired to be the Marshall of the Santa Claus. And it's a great career. So the past season, just as an example, I had 62 gigs, some paying and some for charities, but we're like trying to claw back like everybody else. But this whole thing, remember, it started with Charlie Campbell saying, how can I say no? Free gigs. And I owe my Santa Claus career to Mr. Campbell. I appreciate it very much. My career, I'm standing here just like, and listening to the speakers. Todd Setzer comes up. I didn't know he was going to be here. I don't really know him that well. But I did a photo shoot on Christmas Eve a couple of years ago as Santa Claus with him and his family at his house. Here he is today. Better still, Cecil Chandler's here. I appeared on a commercial for Badcock and More Furniture where he was Buddy the Elf and I was Santa Claus. We did such a good job, the place went bankrupt right after that. But anyway, that is my career, and I have Charlie Campbell, the Campbell family, Dead Dog and Clawhouse. I'm just a small cog in their wheel, but thanks to you guys, I have my retirement career, and I hopefully can bring a lot of joy to a lot of people, a lot of kids, a lot of friends. Thank you so much, Charlie. It's a wonderful life, and Merry Christmas.
All right, almost done here, folks. We still got the dude to come up here and speak here in a moment. But first, Cecil Chandler, a guy who is a legend on the beach, 52 years in broadcasting. I mean, he started back when it was just the 13 colonies. And here he is today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, our buddy Cecil Chandler.
Thank you, Eddie. A lady came over a minute ago and sat down beside me. She said, I've been watching you since it was black and white. I said, I promise you we had color when I went on the air. I want to say a couple of things first about Charlie, because if there's ever a charity that Charlie did not help, I want somebody to tell me about it, because I don't believe there was one or is one. He even sponsors one of our car shows we do here every year for the Myrtle Beach Car Club. So you can't beat the man. And you still got your old car? 57? 57 Chevy convertible, right? Woo! He's got class. All right, let me read a little something here. You know, the last decade since the fire, we saw many, many changes. The Dead Dog stage went from the side of the building to my left to the edge of the boardwalk to my right, now known as the Marsh Walk, becoming a prominent tourist attraction in its own right. The bar and restaurant acquired more and more sheltered dining and nightlife space as the year went on, and continued improvement with the impressive work of managers Peter Hengen and Adam Langston. All right, more so for the Dead Dog Saloon universe, the offerings expanded to the birth of the sister restaurant, The Claw, in 2016, a premier seafood restaurant, and a year later, the Inlet Beer Garden, attached to where it could greet Marsh Walkers directly with impressive beer and live music. I don't think I've ever walked in this place when there wasn't live music, ever. There was also the brilliant Charlie Campbell creation, the Dead Dog Saloon Hall of Fame, that began in 2015 through 2017, featuring inductees Jay Hodge, Bill Krauss, the Mullets, Paul Grimshaw Band, Ronnie O'Brien, and the Necessity, I can't hardly say that man, and Painted Man. We want to bring up, where's Jack here? Jack Gregory, come on up here. He's a longtime Charlie Campbell friend, and he's a Yankee fan, which I like. I like it.
All right, there. Hey, we're going to get the grandkids involved. and Charlie's children. We've heard they're very talented. So if y'all will come forward, right, you're not going to have to dance or anything. It's just a little, where's your grandkids at? Hey, this is called, Jason, you included, step right up. No, you're not hitting the door. Guess what we got for you folks? We got some entertainment. Everybody remember the old hula hoops? Who wants to see the Campbells do the hula hoop? All righty. Come on, Annie, the grandkids, Jack. You got to come on up here, son. You're going to be on a bigger stage one of these days anyway. Come right up front. Hey, this is a great contest. Come on. Hey, John, Annie. All right, put them on. Get them going. Can you do it? Let's see if we can do it there. Come on, Annie. Where's the little one at? Come on. Hey, this is something you're going to remember and your children will see one day. Hey, can we cue up some music back there? All righty. Let her rip. Come on and start hula hoop. Here we go. Go. Woo! Look at that. One more time. Over here. All right. Come on, Annie. Come on, Annie. You can do it, Annie. You can do it, Annie. Woo! Check this out. Hey, thank y'all for participating, and y'all can keep the hula hoops. Charlie, every restaurant around here needs to thank you for you set tomorrow. My message is simple, old friend. Thank you for your friendship.
Charlie and the MTA. Kingston Trio had a big hit with that long time ago.
1, 2, check 1, 2.
There are many songs
Calling all
with
Charlies.
Charlie in the
Calling
lyrics.
all Charlies. One, two, 1, 2.
Hi, guys. These sunglasses are for future needs. Figure that one out. I am very humbled. And I'll come back and speak at you about that later, but this is quite something. About 10 years ago, we joked about singing an old song that I knew, and Bill Krauss and I used to perform it from time to time. It's about a guy named Charlie. So I knew that I would get hoodwinked into doing this. Shh. Bailout words, but I pretty much know this song. An old song by Kingston Trio. And it's a song about a guy named Charlie on the MTA. And let me tell you the story of a man named Charlie on that tragic and fateful day.
He put 10 cents in his pocket and kissed his wife and family and went to ride on the MTA. Come on. Oh, will he ever return? No. No. He is still
Fight the fair retreat over George O'Brien. Let's get Charlie. Paul Grimshaw! And I get too embarrassed by stuff like this.
Charlie, you were in fine form. That's the best I've ever heard you do that song. Yep. That's what I'm talking about. It's fantastic.
Make some noise for Cecil, everybody. Charlie, don't you go anywhere.
All right, Charlie, this is for you, buddy. Dead Dog Saloon. Charlie and Beverly Campbell and the Campbell family. Your vision, hard work, resilience, warmth, generosity have touched the lives of so many with laughter, music, opportunity in the course of Dudley's 24-year run on the Grand Strand. You've taken the concept of the restaurant, live music venue, to a level that shall remain never pass it. On behalf of the Dead Dog Saloon staff and its legend of loyal patrons, we offer our heartfelt appreciation, love, and best wishes. Thanks for the memories, Charlie, Beverly, and family. Thank you for always letting me be a part of everything for you. I enjoy it.
Am I staying up here?
Charlie, 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 Charlie.
Thank you. Whoops, I broke it already. I got it.
I look out at people here that came out for my family today, and very emotional at the moment. I'll calm down in a minute. I look out at Cecil and Greg, Ed, people that I've known through this restaurant, my wife. You get to know her through the restaurant. They didn't go together well. But my wife, my children, John and Annie, my grandkids, I'm a very blessed man. And for a community to do something like this is the most touching thing and humbling thing I can imagine. I love you all. It's been a terrific run. I've made so many amazing friends. I look up at KJ there, and all the people that have meant so much to me over the years. Most important, it starts with family. And I have the greatest family a man could ever hope for. 5 beautiful children, 6 beautiful grandchildren, beautiful wife, more than I deserve. And to be part of this community, as we've been able to meld into, has been one of the most joyous things of my life. There's some people that are not with us anymore. I want to mention them because we think about them. And I can't mention everyone or I'd be up here for a long time, because I have made literally hundreds of friends throughout my 26-year reign here at the Dead Dog. But we miss today Wayne Campbell. I go back to Lisa Hudson. How many out there remember Lisa? Mixon Dixon. Remember Mixon? Soundman Jay Hodge, no longer here. Jack Mullets. Gary Johnson, who was a big part of the growth of this restaurant. Charlie Brewer, you heard his daughter today. We heard Carter talk earlier about our benefits. I always believed when we opened up here at the Dead Dog that it would be a family operation and we would do everything we could to give back to this community, because we are blessed. We are among the ones that can help others, and we've always tried to do that. We've always tried to run benefits. We've always tried to include those that are more needy, to give what we have so much of. And to look back at that career, 26 years, it's going to be a little heartfelt, but I will tell you this. There won't be any changes at the Dead Dog. This will be the same place as you've known for the last 25 years. We have that in our agreement. There'll be no paid parking. We never have done that. There'll be none of that. I told you I'd calm down eventually. It's a heartfelt moment for us that all of you thought. And I want to thank Jack Gregory, Bill Krauss, Paul Grimshaw, all of these folks that went to work on putting this idea together. And at first I said, "Oh my God, I can't do that." I mean, and if I said no, it would be insulting to these people that cared so much about me and wanted to see a proper send-off. So I thank you all. You all mean so much to me. My family means so much to me. To watch Maggie grow up here at the restaurant over 18 years. She wasn't even around when we first opened. And here she is sitting right there. Stand up, Maggie. Go on. I want to show off my beautiful granddaughter. She's going off to Ole Miss this fall. And she's going to be a lawyer. Just so we need another lawyer, but she'll be a good one. And I'm proud of her. And I'm proud of all of my family. And they mean so much to me. And the support that I get from my son Sean and Annie and my wife Bev, they're there for me all the time as I grow older and a little more difficult to deal with, a little grouchier from time to time. They're behind me and they're there for me when I need them. So God bless you all. Thank you for coming out today. What's that? Get on steady feet after that. Okay, that's all right. Yeah,
Hey,
we're
we
good.
want to get a picture.
Yep, let's do it.
Ed and Cecil and everybody else who helped put this together.